Hello, I'm Kaylee Hall.
And I'm Kinsley.
Here at WBOC, you're watching Delmarva Life.
We need to hire them to be our official spokesgirls.
Sign them up.
Done.
All right. For the last 26 years, avid cyclists and bike riders from all over have come to Dover to take part in the Amish Country Bike Tour.
It takes you through some of the most picturesque parts of Kent County, Delaware. Brian Spiros got a head start on the tour and gives us a preview of what the event's all about.
In just a few weeks, thousands of cyclists will be making their way through Kent County. It's all part of a bike tour that's been going strong for almost 3 decades.
I think it's an experience. You know, people want to get outside, they want to breathe fresh air, they want to get exercise, they want to do something with their friends and family, and they want to see things they're normally going to miss when they're driving in a car.
Lorraine Dion is the Director of Special Events and Public Relations for Kent County Tourism, which is planning the bike tour. She says the event was started 27 years ago by a local cycling group and has grown since then. The best part, it's open to anyone.
You can be a professional cyclist and enjoy it and use it to prepare for a bike race, or you can be an average day novice cyclist and enjoy it as well because it's a bike tour, it's not a timed race. It also takes you through the beautiful rural agricultural countryside of Delaware. Get to see a lot of wonderful Amish farms and little hidden roads and things that you might not necessarily see or enjoy. And Delaware is flat. You can really push yourself if you want to, but if you don't want to, it's leisurely. You don't have to either. So that's what makes it so unique.
And the length of the tour depends on how long you want to be on your bike.
The bike tour itself, you can do a 15-mile tour, 25, 50, 62, up to 100 miles. So you can decide ahead of time. You can change your mind, you know, along the way if it gets too much for you.
I decided to kick things off a little early, so I hopped on this bike and pedaled through part of the route. They don't call it the Amish Country Bike Tour for nothing. As I made my way through this part of Dover, you get to see the farmland, the animals and livestock as they graze in the fields, the homes and neighborhoods along the way, and don't be surprised if you find yourself sharing the road with an Amish buggy or two.
You can see the greatest sights along this bike tour, see a way of life that we're all not, you know, used to seeing. You can see animals, you can see trees, and it becomes the whole experience.
One of the first stops along the tour is actually this Amish schoolhouse. It's known as the Pie Stop. The reason being, you get a piece of famous pie from Byler's Market. And let me tell you, it's well worth the stop.
There are 3 other stops along the bike tour as well. And while this is all meant to be fun, you have to keep safety in mind.
They need to be wearing a helmet, number one. They need to be cycling, you know, single file. You can't have like 4 or 5 people abreast, you know, cycling. And basically just being courteous, you know, to your fellow cyclists.
Several bike shops will also be out and about that day, tending to any issues people may be having with their bike.
There's always those unforeseen, you know, incidents where, you know, something could happen, but if you have your bike properly maintained, you know, the chances of those things happening are a lot slimmer.
Eugene Stone, owner of Bike Works in Dover, will be making sure people are safe and that those unforeseen circumstances don't ruin the day.
Basically, we're doing what they call SAG support, and we make sure that cyclists are, if they have any kind of mechanical issues, that we you know, address those and get them back on the road.
And this is one bike tour you'll want to make sure you see all the way through to the end.
Gotta get the pie, gotta get the pie. Now, here's some of the other details about the bike tour. It is Saturday, September 7th, starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, begins and ends along Legislative Avenue in Dover. You do need to register before or the day of so that you can get your BIP number, the rules of the road, as well as and sign a waiver. Now, there's also going to be a barbecue afterwards if you take part. If you'd like to register for the ride or for more information, just go to delmarvalife.com.
Oh, Brian better pedal a little faster.
He's got to get
He's a
moving.
busy guy because a little later he's finished with the bike tour, and then he's going to head to Wycomico County to introduce us to a few furry faces that are looking for a forever home. How you can help.
But next, the Joe Bailin Quartet Band takes the Delmarva Life stage. We will be right back.